Copyright disclaimer. Under Title 17 U.S.C. Section 107, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing nonprofit, educational, or personal use, tips the balance in favor of fair use. Okay, you guys. So this is Scientology Church of Scientology of Chicago. I allege, and I have an opinion, that a lot of what we read within Scientology policies, codes, or credos, it is my opinion, free to have an opinion, that a lot of these creeds, credos, codes, policies are unlawful. The Code of A Scientologist. The Code of A Scientologist was first issued in 1954. In this code, L. Ron Hubbard provides a Scientologist with guidelines for fighting for human rights and justice through social reform. Isn't that a joke? It is a vital code for any Scientologist. Just to let everybody know in the world, you can have your own codes. For fighting for human rights and justice through social reform, it is a vital code for any Scientologist active in the community. You know, human trafficked laborer, child trafficked laborer. The code was revised in 1969 and again in 1973. We're supposed to believe it was Hubbard, right? And is given here in its final version. As a Scientologist, I pledge myself to the Code of Scientology for the good of all. You guys, that is the, right there, for the good of all. It's a Brave New World thing. That is where everybody just like throws their family to the side if their family members ask questions. That's when they throw people they've never met in their entire lives to the side and call them suppressive. That's when parents abdicate their duties as a parent so their children can be raised in something like a cadet org, an Apple school, Delphi school. And I know it's under duress, so I do not hate all Scientology parents at all. As a Scientologist, I pledge myself to the Code of Scientology for the good of all. 1, to keep Scientologists, that's the superiority right there. The public and the press accurately informed concerning Scientology. The world of mental health and society. Right there, you guys, isn't that a crime? Stating that you are advocating or talking about the world of mental health? You're not a mental health professional. You're not a PhD. You're not an MD. You're not a psychiatrist or a psychologist. Somebody please help me out on this. Is that not medical malpractice? Or what, and all the other things that go along with this? More unlawful policies. 2, to use the best I know of Scientology to the best of my ability to help my family, friends, groups, and the world. Yeah, that's why everyone's deemed suppressive, right? 3, to refuse to accept for processing, auditing, and to refuse to accept money. Oh, that's the truth. From any pre-clear or group I feel I cannot honestly help. 4, to decry and do all I can to abolish any and all abuses against life and mankind. Except if you're in Scientology, then you need to sleep on a bunk with anywhere from 6 to 15 grown men or grown women, and in many cases, children. I guess they don't consider themselves abused. 5, to expose and help abolish any and all physically damaging practices in the field of mental health. Listen to that, you guys. Interesting that a thought control group, mind control group, and this is without their knowledge, would be going against mental health. 6, to help clean up and keep clean the field of mental health. 7, to bring about an atmosphere of safety and security. This is sad, you guys. In the field of mental health, by eradicating its abuses and brutality. This is some kind of weird inversion being done here. Or like, it's almost like gaslighting written into a policy. 8, to support true humanitarian endeavors in the fields of human rights. And there's another mind F, you guys. 9, to embrace the policy of equal justice for all. If anybody can find that policy, could you please send it to my email? 10, to work for freedom of speech in the world. Can you imagine them saying this, you guys? Can you imagine? Freedom of speech that none of them have. 11, to actively decry the suppression of knowledge, wisdom, philosophy, or data which would help mankind. They love that word suppression. 12, to support the freedom of religion. Well, I mean, where have we heard that before? Freedom of religion that encourages suppression, encourages child abuse, encourages child neglect, encourages child exploitation, child sexual exploitation, child rape, child battery. This is my opinion, and it's all on the public record. It's on the public record. There are cases going on right now, Delphi Academy, and I believe Valerie Haney. And then there was also, I believe her name was Carmen Rainier? Yeah. And who got settlements? Debbie Cook. And somehow Jan Eastgate just slid out of all the crimes that she had committed. 13, to help Scientology orgs and groups ally themselves with public groups. It's called infiltration. 14, to teach Scientology at a level it can be understood and used by the recipients. Isn't it amazing how they never use the word child, you guys? That must be just a great big fat coincidence, right? 15, to stress the freedom to use Scientology as a philosophy, more like a mind control, that's my opinion, in all its applications and variations in the humanities. Said from, in my opinion, complete black-toothed pot-belly moron, failed military who believes kissing a 7-year-old girl on the lips passionately is okay, who has no knowledge of humanities. 16, to insist upon standard and unvaried Scientology as an applied activity in ethics. Can you guys imagine? Can you imagine all the atrocities, all the abuses, all the crimes going on in Scientology? But they actually have the audacity to use the word ethics. Processing, which is auditing as well, and administration in Scientology organizations. It honestly kind of doesn't even make a lot of sense. 17, to take my share of responsibility, especially as a 5-year-old, for the impact of Scientology upon the world. 18, to increase the numbers. Oh, we know they love their numbers. Just go and look at the Los Angeles Recruiting Center every Thursday. Of course, it's pretty much dwindled down to nothing, but watch and see how they're all acting on Thursday. Because that's a religion, right? To increase the numbers and strength of Scientology over the world. Flunk. 19. To set an example of the effectiveness and wisdom of Scientology. 20. To make this world a saner, better place. Well, I guess it didn't work out for Lisa McPherson, Whitney Mills, Kaja, Philip Gale, and many others. I will leave a link in the description box. Like and subscribe if you choose. Otherwise, have an amazing day or night, wherever you are. Peace.